YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I'm Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil Episode 7 entitled Parasite. Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, again, Resident Evil Episode 7 entitled Parasite. So in this one, we start off in 2005, and we see Albert in a lab, and we see that he has well, there's four of him. There's the main Albert Wesker, which I will just call Wesker, and he's the mean one, and then he has three clones that he created. All right. Um. So there's Albie, which is kind of like a smart, nice version of Wesker. Then there's Bert, which is kind of like a clumsy, funny version of Wesker. And then there's Albert, which is the Albert that we know. And then the real one is Wesker, and we end up seeing him as well. All right. So when we see Wesker, we see that he takes no crap. You know what I'm saying? He's the real deal. And so Umbrella ends up busting in to figure out what's going on and telling him that, yo, this is illegal. You can't be making clones of yourself, whatever it may be. And so Wesker takes out the soldiers that are working for Umbrella and kills Albie. But the other two versions of him, which is Bird and Albert, they end up surviving. Evelyn walks in after that, and then we pick up, and she's like, you know, what is this? What's going on? So then from there we pick up in 2022, and we see Albert sees Bert, like I said on the last episode. And so Bert and Albert talk about some things, you know what I'm saying, catching up, you know. We find out that Bert has been locked up in this kind of compound for a while, and Evelyn just kind of been treating him like a little kid, but because he doesn't know of anything else really, he finds that to be okay. And she's been lying to him, of course, and having him work on the joy drug and everything like that as well. And then Albert fills in Bert about like, hey, you know, yeah, I've been living on the outside. I got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying, and I'm in a sticky situation right now, and I need your help to get out of here. And then basically, the Umbrella soldiers come in and they take Albert away and out of his room. And so Bert yells out like, hey, bro, I got you. I'm going to help you out. So then from there, we go back to the future, and we see Jade sad about what happened to Amarita, obviously, because it's her fault. And then Jade finds out that the Queen head had a tracking chip in it. So obviously, even though Billy had pulled the tracking chip out of Jade's arm, there was still one secretly inside the Queen's head. So Arjun has a talk with Jade, and he's kind of trying to make her feel better. And then he tells her that Umbrella is there, and they want to have a meeting with I can't remember. I think his name is like Sakim. So she says like, you know, it's a trap. We shouldn't do it. And that they need to press the button. So you're like, the button for what? So the person asking for the meeting is actually Evelyn. So Sakim goes to have a meeting with Evelyn, and we see that Evelyn hasn't even aged, bro. She still looks the same exactly how she looked back in, 2022. So anyways, Evelyn talks to him, tells him, hey, you know, we want Jade, and we're not going to stop until we get her. So you can either do this the hard way or you can do the easy way. It's up to you. Then we go back to the past, and Evelyn comes to talk to Jade. Hopefully that's right. Anyways, and then we see Bert has shaved his mustache off to make himself look like Albert, and he's on the way to help Billy and Jade. So we see Jade and Billy at school, and then we go back to Evelyn and Albert. So anyways, it wasn't Evelyn talked to Albert. There we go. So anyways, we see Jade and Billy at school. Then we go back to Evelyn and Albert. They continue to talk about the joy drug. And then we go to the future and we see Jade talking to B about leaving with her dad or by herself. She ended up packing her B a bag just like Albert packed Billy and Jade a bag, just in case anything bad happened. So anyways, she ends up looking for the bag. She finds the bag and that her mom had packed away. Then we go to the past and we see Bert went to get Billy and Jade, and we see Evelyn is using the fact that Albert needs his meds, which is Billy and Jade, against him in order for him to, be able to continue to work on a joy drug. Jade and Billy sense something is weird with their father because it's not really their father, it's actually Bert. Evelyn goes home and talks to Simon, and then she crushes some pills up, the joy pills, and she gives it to her wife secretly. And then Simon finds out that he sees the drugs or whatever it may be, and so he takes like two and he puts the vial back down so that way his mom doesn't know that he knows about it. Then we see Bert comes clean to the girls about like who he is and just everything that's going on, and that he's trying to help them, and they don't trust him, so they run away. And then Umbrella comes and then to get Jade and Billy, and then Bert ends up protecting them by like basically killing all of the the Umbrella soldiers, but then he gets detained by Evelyn's assistant, and then Evelyn's assistant tells Jade and Billy to come with them, and that this isn't a choice. We're going to take you back to your father at the Umbrella. And then we go back to the future, and we see Sakim decides to give Jade to Evelyn. Then we go back to the past, and we see Jade and Billy have been brought to Umbrella. Evelyn takes them to their dad, and they find out everything, like that they're clones. They find out everything that about Albert's clones, and that he himself is a clone, and the reason why he's been with his daughters per se is that they have blood that he needs in order to treat his situation whenever it occurs. So that they find out that they carry the cure for him basically, and then etc. etc. So after Billy finds out about this and Jade finds out about this, but Billy hates him for what they found out about him. And Evelyn ends up, blackmailing him again. Like, hey, you know what? Like, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do this if you want your kids to survive. So then we go back to the future, and Jade goes to have a meeting with Evelyn, but we learn that she's actually being controlled by Billy, and the person that's really in charge is actually Billy. And then she says she is she ends up saying that she's still sick, but with Jade's blood she'll be good, just like how her father was sick, and and then he ended up being okay every time he injected himself with their blood. So then we find out that Billy wants everything. You know what I'm saying? She wants the people on the ship. She wants everything. She wants to take everything from Jade. It's not just that she wants Jade. She wants everything and Jade. So she sends people back to the ship, but before they actually get there, Jade breaks the vial that's full of pheromones, and basically, a couple seconds later, a whole group of zombies end up coming in, and attacking, the umbrella base that they're at. So the zombies start to come, where they're at. The people on the ship, they get off the docks that they were docked on, and then we end up seeing as they're leaving at the very bottom of the boat, there's something tied up to it, and from what I could make out, it was an alligator, kind of like the alligator on whichever Resident Evil that was. um. Anyways, Billy tells Jade to stop the zombies, but of course she's not gonna do that. And there's no way that she can really do that unless she has the spray. Then it cuts back and forth in time, and we see the younger Jade and Billy holding hands, and then we see the older version of Jade and Billy. They're not exactly holding hands, but Billy is holding Jade's wrists. And then we see that the zombies kind of break through the blockade. So, obviously by the next episode, we're gonna see the zombies like right in front of Jade and Billy. So we'll have to see how that goes. But that's basically the premise of the episode. Three of my favorite scenes would be the four Weskers, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the actual Wesker, and then seeing Albert, Albie, and Bert. Like that was pretty cool. It was weird, but it was cool. And that was something we've never seen before, like, you know what I'm saying, for Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? We never thought something like that would happen, but it just was cool to me. My second favorite scene would be Bert protecting Jade and Billy from the Umbrella Soldiers. Bro, Bert was getting down, bro. You can see that he definitely has the genes from Wesker, because Weskers gets down as well, but Bert is kind of the silly one or whatever it may be. But bro, like he got down, bro. And it was funny when the assistant caught him. He was like, "Man, you're always mean to me. I hate you." Like, like, bro, the dude that plays Albert, although he may not be the perfect fit for Albert Wesker, he is a great actor, because every single version of himself he plays differently. Like Bert compared to Albert, bro, like it's so different. Like it's just crazy how he can do it, bro. And I love Bert. I love Bert, bro. He's just cool. My third favorite scene would be the zombies attacking, the Umbrella facility. Like, they were coming in, bro. Umbrella just, but they're just getting overrun. Like they're coming from all angles, man. So it's looking bad for them. But it was cool just to see the zombies rush them and, see them get taken out a little bit. But it ain't over, you know what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of people coming. They got a whole bunch of zombies coming their way. So it ain't over, bro. It ain't over. This episode, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. So, not the best, but still good enough, man. I guess I was saying, like, on the last review that if they didn't ramp things up, you know what I'm saying? But for the last two episodes, I wasn't really going to like it. I was really going to be seeing how, like, everybody else is down in this series, and I would probably agree with it. But with this episode, it wasn't all that I wanted, but it was good enough. You know what I'm saying? So if the last episode 8, can be a little bit elevated, a little bit more, then hey, I'll be all right with this series. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knock it like everybody else. But if you saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Did you like it? Do you think that things are ramping up, or do you think that things are still trash? Let me know about that in the comments down below, alright? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Until next time.